Hey guys, it's Forsaken Reality here with the 33rd episode of the RPG tutorial series. In this episode, we're going to be setting up our dialogue widgets. So basically, we'll be able to set up display our player and NPC text on a box on the screen. And the player text will be selectable options, while the NPC's dialogue will just be displayed as text. So without further ado, we'll get into that. The first thing we're going to want to do is go to our widgets folder and we will create a new blueprint or a new user interface widget, and we will call it WG dialog widget. And once we have this open, we can delete this. We're going to want a uniform, this one right here, uniform grid panel. And we'll just drag this one on. And we'll set this to visible. And from here we want a text size box, or a size box. And we're going to name this NPC underscore text size box. And we're going to center this and align this to the bottom. We're going to set a width and a height. Width of 400. Or a height of 400, sorry. And a width of 1400. Maybe 250. It looks a little better like that. And we'll set this to visible. And we want to move it up a bit. Let's see if we can. No, there's no padding option. Move it up a little bit on the screen there so it's not right on the bottom. And from here, we're going to want a border. And this will just be the background for the dialogue. And give it some padding. And we'll set the brush color to 0.2. Even brighter. 0.2 is fine. And we'll set the color to black. And inside the border, we want some text. Let's rename this to NPC underscore text. And NPC dialog will be displayed here. We also want it to auto wrap so that in case the text continues on too far, it'll automatically wrap onto the next one when we turn this off. And also just drag out of the box. So you want your auto wrap text on for sure. just gonna set my color to this color orange. It's testing out this, centering it right here. Could center it if you wanted. I personally like that, so you can click the justification to the center. I think that looks good for now. And we can copy this. I'm just gonna hide the NPC size box. And we're gonna paste it on like this. We'll delete this text. We're gonna want to rename this to player text size box. And we need to look up for a list view. We'll attach this to our border here. You'll notice that no entry widget class is specified because we need to create another widget. Put there. So we will go out of here and we will name this WG dialog text widget. And we're going to open this up. And in here we will first off delete this size panel. And we're going to get our size in here for a second. So we want to, just going to go to custom. Our width we set was 1400. And I'm actually just going to put a size box before I see it now that we have this. And we'll change this to 80. So that gives us the text box size for each individual text box. They'll fill this for our player selection. And now we'll need a button because we're going to want to click the text. And at the player text button. And in here we want to remove, we want to remove the background opacity so that it doesn't display but it's still clickable. And we'll get some text. Yeah, I did text box, not the text, not the text box. And we'll go back. Make this visible in our NPC text. Go into our NPC text. Copy this color. And we will paste this right here. Just looking at the looking for the outline. I'm gonna give it an outline of 1, just so it has some helps to make the text look a little better. I find. Oh, there it is. In that font. Give it a little outline. Compile that. Compile this, and now that we have this set up, we also gotta make sure that we have the positioning set up, the visibility. We want this to auto wrap, so almost forgot that. And non-hit textable itself only. We'll go into our graph, and we need to go into our class settings because it's not, we don't have the list view interface set up here, or objects, so we can't actually, we go down to here, the entry widget class, you actually can't find it yet because we need the interface implemented, and that will be the user object list entry. I'll give you a few new functions there. And I think that's about it for this one, for this widget. Come into here, and now we can display the widget here. And you can set the amount of blocks there. It'll actually give it a scroll bar. And we can turn off our NPC text for now, because we're going to be displaying and we're going to be making them visible and collapsing them as depending on what dialog is happening at the moment. Now that we have this done, go back into here and we'll go to our text in our player dialog. Let's put player text. We'll go here. And that looks pretty good. I'm just going to go through these and make sure that I have them all set properly. It's important to make sure everything is set, that their visibilities are set. Okay, so our border here, we want to set this to not hit testable self only, because we don't want to be able to click that. Text here. For our NPC text, we want to not be able to click this. And we need to click our NPC's text. And for now, we're going to set our player to collapsed. So we're gonna set this visible when we open up our when the NPC's dialog plays through. Then it will hide this one and make this one visible. We don't want to set it not hit. self only, so because we do want to be able to hit it. And our border here, self only, not hittable. And we'll keep this as visible. I think that's going to be everything for this episode. We have the widgets created. In the next episode, we'll actually set these up in our dialog components so that we can actually interact with our AI and have them display. If you found this video helpful and want to see more, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons so you don't miss out on any new tutorial uploads. If you have any questions or suggestions or comments, feel free to leave those in the comment section below or join our community Discord. Some pretty helpful people there, so you'll definitely get some help fairly quick if you don't get a hold of me right away. I'm online a lot of the time, so I'll hope to see you guys in the next episode. Thank you.